Rich Homie, baby. Yes, man. It's like real sad that like Rich went out like that. I want to go ahead and say I want to give my condolences to his father, and his kids, and his family, because listening to his music, to know Rich Homie Quan, you got to know that man, like, he's a real nigga. Like, the man just been chilling, just getting bread, chilling, making ways to like provide for his kids, being a present father. Like, that man really was doing his big one. Did y'all hear that verse when he said he was mad because they didn't put him on the Forbes list? For a motherfucker to say that means he was doing his big one. And when you got motherfuckers that move in silence like that, you know they're a threat. Because again, motherfuckers that's really having their way is not out here fronting they move. He had made all that music, had it in the vault, and literally didn't even go ahead and share it with us. Because why? We would have known that the nigga was having his way. He was having his way. But also, he was like, the feelings, like, you can't buy emotions. If you really listen to his music, he had all the money. He was good. He didn't stop hustling. But he still was feeling lonely. And a part of me feel like, the man was so tapped into like just everything. That man stayed prayed up. I know he made it to the heaven gates, for real. But I just feel like something in him was like just tired, and I don't know that I know what that feels like. I can't say that I understand, especially knowing how close him and his dad was. It's hard for anybody to really be able to understand what that feels like when you sit here and say that you feel lonely. If you listen to his dad talk, they talked multiple different times a day, but he still felt lonely. So at the end of the day, like, rest in peace with Homie Quan. But I also know that you're at peace right now because you was fighting something that nobody know nothing about. Like, nothing. Normally, like, I have a gift of being able to be able to feel and understand. But that is one feeling that I don't understand. I mean, yeah, that's really all that I can say right now about that. But to know that he passed wrongfully, that's crazy. That's disrespectful, especially knowing how hard he grind to make sure that all y'all could even be in the house. He said he didn't mind going ahead and give it to people, but the expectation to just be like, because I got it, that you're entitled to it, he didn't like that. He didn't like that. If y'all didn't hear that, man, he said, I done touched so much money. These not verbatim now, don't get me wrong. But he said, I done touched so much money. I'm so rich right now. He gonna be rich in his next lifetime. The riches he gonna obtain in his next lifetime. But this lifetime, he was tired. He said he was getting crossed. That's why I said, a part of me know that he's at peace right now. No matter how he went out and the neglect, I think that's what's hurting me so much. It's the fact that you were surrounded by people that you trusted to be in your household. That was his house. He was with people that he trusted to be in that household. And he died under their watch. I think that is crazy. That's disgusting. That's heartless. And to see all y'all sitting there be so emotional at his funeral. You know what you was being emotional about. It was that guilt. It was that guilt that was eating your ass up. They say his brother nowhere to be found. Crazy part about it, The brother was showing pictures and shit. I'm thinking the same thing. Why are you going ahead and taking a picture of him looking like this? Then you said the words effortlessly. He fell asleep right here. He was on the floor. This is where I picked him up and I dragged him to the couch. Is y'all not paying attention to the word dragged? Anybody that you love or you care about and they passed out, you tapping them, bro, you good? Like, what's up? Nigga, you know you fell asleep on the floor? What up? Like, wake up. Like, that's crazy. To say that you dragged him and he was snoring and he didn't wake up. I know for a fact, I don't know anybody that sleeps that hard that you can drag them and pick them up and lay them without them giving like some form of reflex. Like open their eyes, even if they like still sleep a little bit. At least open their eyes a little bit to see what's going on or whatever. Startled, high, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't see that happening. The baby mama at one point went ahead and said that his eyes was open. And she put the blanket over him. So the way that his brother said that he was laying and the way that she said that she went ahead and put the blanket over his head, y'all, the position in which you had to turn his head to see if he was even still breathing, he was cold, all of that, that's crazy. Like there's a time frame in which something happened that nobody is sitting there saying. They're not mentioning it. It's crazy. And then if you go ahead and pay attention to that girl that had the cap on that was walking away and she didn't want to say nothing. Like, how are you at somebody's house? Somebody literally just passed away while you were here. And you're like, oh, I don't know nothing about nothing. I was here with such and such. So you was here with him, but you didn't even know who house she was at? She was there with the engineer. So if y'all go ahead and pay attention to all of the little things that was going on, y'all. If you pay attention to in them clips with them body cams, they was passing that remote down. If y'all pay attention when the police came, that they had to wait to be buzzed in. They had to wait for somebody to open that gate for them to come in. If y'all pay attention, literally, the baby mama had the gate opener. Then the brother had the gate opener. And then the engineer had the gate opener. Y'all do not understand. They was passing that control down to one another. They was literally like, you have the power and control. I'm passing you the baton. Your story is going to go ahead and form this narrative. They ruled it as an accidental drug overdose, but no one really knows what happened. And I highly encourage the father to go ahead and continue to figure out what happened to your sweet boy. Because he was hurting, but he did not deserve this. Justice for Rich Homie Quan. Justice for his father. Mind you, his brother is from his mama's side, not his daddy's side.